Hi everyone! Welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabi.
And I'm Charlotte.
And this is the 2022 Hyundai Kona
N.
N. What does N mean? It means
Need for speed.
need for speed. It means fun. It means everything you imagine and more out of the Hyundai Kona. And I gotta be honest, when I first saw this car, I thought it looked cool. It was probably a little bit sporty, but I never drove it until today. It had changed everything. So today we're going to take you guys with us on our test drive. We're going to try out all the N features. It's not going to be on a track, unfortunately, because we don't have that blessing here in Brantford, but we still are going to try out our launch control. We're going to try out our custom drive modes, our Sport Plus mode, our Sport mode, everything, maybe even Eco mode too, just to mix things up a little bit. Before we actually get on the road, though, I do want to talk about a little bit about what's under the hood. It's a 2-liter turbo with an 8-speed dual clutch transmission, so that is an automated transmission, still no stick shift. Essentially, that together brings you to 276 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque with a smaller, lightweight front-wheel drive vehicle. You can imagine this is going to be a lot of fun. So, Charlotte, I say start her up.
Before we start her up, just going to make a quick disclaimer that we, of course, are going on the roads and we are going to be using these drive features, but in no way are we going over the speed limit. We are following all of the rules of the road within our local regulations.
Yes.
So if you're concerned about that, let me alleviate your concern. Nothing illegal here.
Trained professionals, if you will.
So let's go.
Let's go. So we're actually going to remote start it just so you can hear this beautiful exhaust note. Charlotte's going to trigger it. Woo! That's a Hyundai! Alright, so now we're behind the wheel of the Hyundai Kona N. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit of an awkward angle. I just want to show you guys quickly where everything is and our heads-up display. So right now, the display is in N mode. So you can see we have our RPMs, our gears on the right. So right now we're in first gear. It says D1 and then 0 kilometers per hour. You can choose what you'd like this to display, and you can also have it as just a regular heads-up display. So I'm going to switch it over to that now. You guys, give me 1 second. There we go. This is what your regular heads-up display would look like, and I'm not too sure if you can hear it just because where our mics are placed. This vehicle does have an active exhaust, so it just silenced the exhaust. It was in N mode originally, and it was much louder, much more aggressive rumble, if you will. I also want to show you our N buttons. So we have N number 1 and N number 2. You can set this to be whatever you'd like. Right now I have this set for our custom drive mode number 1, which is essentially everything sport. It is pretty much your N standard mode. And then this next button over here is just empty. I have it in normal mode right now, so nothing too cool. So you can imagine what we're probably going to be driving mostly with today. Left button, and you can hear the exhaust now. It does give you a little detail display of when you change your gears. I have it in drive right now. I did mention this is a dual clutch transmission. However, you do get the option to shift manually if you'd like. To upshift, you're going to pull it down, and then to downshift, you're going to push it up. This vehicle truly does give you a sporty, almost manual feel. So if you've ever driven an automated manual, you can feel it push. When you're upshifting, downshifting, you really feel the vehicle change gears. If it's just in regular automatic mode, you'll still feel it a little bit. Depending on what drive mode you're in, it'll be a little bit more aggressive or a little bit softer. If you're in normal mode, eco mode, it won't feel too intense. And you also have your paddle shifters as well too. So however you like to shift, you can play around with it. You can even start shifting here and then end up shifting over here. So pretty cool. Let's hit the road now. It's really cool how it shows the perfect shift height. Oh.
All right, what do you think they're shipping?
Right. So clearly we have a train here, so it's a great time to show you guys your custom drive mode. So we have 2 selected here. Essentially, you can have your custom mode on your 1N button for custom 1, and then on number 2, you can have custom number 2, or you can set it to whatever you want. That's just an option. Here I have custom 1 set to everything in Sport Plus. Actually, let's change that to Sport Plus 2. It's going to give you a little rundown of what everything means. So engine, steering, suspension, transmission, electronic, limited slip differential is what ELSD stands for. ESC is going to stand for electronic stability control, which is also another thing this car has. All of those together, so your limited slip and your electronic stability control, is essentially going to make this vehicle a really, really strong track. All right, sorry guys, the train's gone. We're back driving. But I just wanted to say your electronic limited slip differential is what's going to essentially make this vehicle really good at cornering. It's also going to reduce, oh my goodness, your oversteer. So you're not going to experience that much. This vehicle has truly been tested, tried, and has proven itself at the track to make sure it can handle it. It can take it, and it's going to be very impressive. Little bump. One thing I had someone ask about in our live video is noise. Now, of course, if you're driving in Sport Plus or N mode, it's going to be a little bit more noisy, and that's also because of the active exhaust. It's a good noise, though. Everyone loves to hear the sound of their vehicle, right? Or at least I do. So right now I have that on. If you do hear a little bit of engine noise, that's what it's going to be. We are going to drive out to somewhere with a higher speed limit so we can show you guys launch control. In the meantime, take a lovely look at the Brantford ambiance. So if you do decide to come take this vehicle out for a test drive, we have tons of nice roads where you can actually experience driving that's not in stop and go traffic. All right, so now we're going to try launch control on the Hyundai N or Kona N. First, you want to go to N mode on your main screen here. You're going to have all your gauges, but that's not what we're looking at. We're going here, performance options. You want to set your RPM. I already have it activated, so that's why it's looking like that. Right now we have it set to 2,500 RPM and it's activated. Once you have that, you want to fully depress the brake pedal with your left foot, which is what I'm doing right now. And then you want to step on the gas and step on it. When I say step on it, I mean step on it, or else it will not work. Charlotte, you ready?
Ready.
Mark, you ready? All right, well, we're not going yet. So I'm going to step on the gas right now. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Launch control ready. And we're gone. So, hands on the wheel, of course. And I just went up to 80. I'm not going to go any further than that, guys, just because there's a stop sign right there.
Rules of the road.
And rules of the road. So it is quick, it is fun, but if you do not step on the gas fast enough, it's not going to go. It's not going to work. There's also a cool down period with launch control. So if you are driving, like you maintain driving, I believe it's 18 miles. I might have to fact check that. If it's wrong, we will attach a text on this video. Or if you're at a standstill, so you stop your vehicle after 5 minutes. So it has a 5-minute cooldown period, which is different than the Kia Stinger, which you can launch and launch and launch. But you want to make sure your car's okay. Then we'll head back to here. Right now we're still maintaining our drive in N mode. So that's gonna, stiffen everything up. My steering's quite stiff. The shifts are sporty for sure. And the steering, it's actually quite fun. So I want to take it a little bit easier because I do have precious cargo with me. However, if you did have a track that you could actually push this thing to its full capabilities, you even have a circuit mode here. So popular racetracks are all on here. It has the entire map of the circuit, mileage, everything, length, turns. There's a lot of cool bells and whistles in this vehicle that truly set it apart from just, let's say, a regular Hyundai Kona. It is very different. So, the saying, sisters, not twins? Yeah, very much sisters. Actually, they might even be cousins. They're far from sisters at this point. Charlotte, do you have anything to point out about the drive? How does it feel being a passenger in here?
So if you watched our live video yesterday, we were doing more so of a walk around on this video, and I was talking about how it's very much driver focused and not necessarily customer focused, or not
No customer.
passenger focused is what I mean. But like overall, it is very comfy for me. I do wish that there was dual climate, but the seats itself, it's comfortable. The drive is fun, even from being in the passenger's perspective. I'm having fun being in this vehicle, and I think that if you drive this vehicle, your passengers are going to have a good time in it too.
One thing I really like, because it is automatic but does give you the option to shift with your paddle shifters or gear select, you truly have a fun experience, if that makes sense. There's also NGS, which stands for N Grin Shift. What that does is it gives you a turbo boost for 20 seconds. I may have mentioned that earlier. I kind of forget. If I press that, I don't really have the road to actually have fun with it. But let me tell you, I just heard this, and not speaking from experience, it is a lot of fun. Like a lot of fun. You really feel a difference. And it's literally just this red button here. You press it, and it's like an eject button. Like it's, see ya. It's a lot of fun. What else? I gotta say, steering wise, it takes corners very, very well. And then also ride height. So I love driving a car, like a sedan, a low sedan or a low coupe. I didn't think I was going to love this as much as I do. It gives you a good amount of visibility, good ride height for sure, but it doesn't sacrifice that sporty feel or that sporty kind of aesthetic. Even the seats themselves, they're not full-on bolstered seats, but they hug you very, very well. And you do have a suede insert in the seat as well too that holds you in, which I really, really like. Regardless of the sportiness of this vehicle, it's just overall very comfortable. You still have heated seats, a heated steering wheel. Your nice safety features, you can hear our lane assist right now because there is a car up here on the side. Move over a little bit for him. And now we're approaching a 60, so we're going to slow it down a little bit more now. Take a look at beautiful
Nice,
Brantford.
leisurely fall drive.
Yeah, I can't believe we're getting paid for this. No, but seriously, it is a fun car to drive. So if you guys are near Brantford, or even just anywhere within like an hour or two, I totally recommend driving this car. If it was on your radar, it reading all the specs on it, you're probably impressed, but driving it, you will be blown away. This car is a must drive for sure. We'll meet you guys back at the dealership where we'll do a little outro. And other than that, thank you so much for joining us on our drive today. All right, guys, so we just arrived at the dealership. Charlotte's running around to open the door for me. I hope you guys liked this test drive video as much as we did. I know we didn't get to try out track level things, just because, you know, legal reasons, I guess. Let us know if that is something that you guys are interested though, because in the past we have done track days with the Kia Stinger. Now that Hyundai has the N line of car, we can actually film a couple more vehicles. I just gotta, you know, convince the boss. So let's see what you guys think. Weigh in on this. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next video.